Man, it is just brutally hot out here.
Well, we got some nice size bags. Probably.
Well, let me tell you, if you are a fisherman in Maryland, right now, the big thing is snakehead. Snakehead is all people are talking about. Everybody wants to catch them, and you have a love-hate relationship. A lot of people hate them, can't stand them, understand what it could be absolutely doing to the ecosystem down here. And then you got guys that completely and utterly addicted to this fish, and that it's a huge thing right now down here, especially down on Eastern Shore. Good things, bad things. You know me, you can catch them, you can eat them. I was the same way. I won't lie to you. I was like, this is awesome, man. Let's go down and catch these things. Now, I'm having a little bit, you know, I'm leaning kind of the other way. I believe it's having a huge impact on the fishery. You're seeing less frogs, less ducks, less panfish. I mean, you're still going to catch them, but I definitely believe there's a big impact. You know how you get that favorite fish. You know, we're largemouth bass fishermen, and everything you do when it comes to fishing, you're finding every lure, everything to go catch these things. And what gets everybody excited is that, for the most part, you can take these fish and you can throw frogs all day. A lot of it's pretty much almost fast paced. I get a text message, and it's my buddy Captain Denny. And Captain Denny, he said, look, man, I'm on vacation for a week. You think there's any way me and you can go out and do some snakehead fishing? And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, we sure can go do some snakehead fishing.
It's kind of one of the fish that are on my bucket list. So I gave him a call. He said, hell yeah, I'll take you out.
So he does live about 2 hours away from me, but he has a place down in Ocean City, Maryland, which isn't too far of a ride to go ahead and catch some snakeheads. So we went down. He met me at the ramp. Denny.
How you doing, buddy?
Denny. We're going snakehead fishing. He was a little surprised. He didn't even think I was bringing my boat. He thought we were just going to be fishing from shore. So we get there and I look at it, and the tide is way up. I mean, like way up. Look how high the water is.
That's what there was a guy in a kayak just left here.
The water's pretty high. That's actually pretty awesome because now we can run down the river. One good thing is I can take my boat. The problem is that the water being up so far that them fish are going to be I believe they're pretty much so far up that if we get lucky. So I was a little concerned that because of the water being so high, not being able to get to them. So right now we're heading to where we got outgoing tide. High tide was around 10:30, and we get about 4:38, 4:45 when low tide is, and the tide's up, which is good because now I can actually run down river. A lot of times the tide's so low, we get down here, you got 1 foot of water all the way down, and you can't even go down the river. But there's plenty of fish right here.
Yeah, the guy was saying that you can hear them actually up in the woods. The water's so high, you can hear them up in there, because I've been hearing them right over there. I don't know if they're snakeheads.
They are.
But you can hear them splashing around.
So the good thing is that we got high water. Well, no, actually a bad thing, because the higher the water is, the further they're back. And since I got my boat, you better be able to chuck that thing, because we're going to be chucking it pretty far. So we go up there, we launch off, and not too much longer after that, bam! Hook up on a snakehead. But that all being said, I wasn't too impressed with the fight. I'm like, usually they look like little tarpon, and you know, they're jumping all over the place and making a thing, but he kind of just laid there. You would think it was a largemouth. When you got 40-degree water temperature, you would have thought it was a fish that was lethargic. And I don't know, we got it. there's one going in the core. So we're fishing and we're fishing and we're fishing more. Now Denny, he tells me at the end of the day, he goes, I ain't never fished a frog. At least he's never caught anything on a topwater frog. And I gave him a frog and a chatterbait. I was using a white and chartreuse chatterbait. That's what I picked. That's one of my favorites. Usually I'll throw in more like a bluegill color chatterbait, but I went with the white. Caught one, and all of a sudden, you know, bam. Denny's hooked up. It's awesome. I'm going, man, what do you got? What do you got? It's a largemouth. Not what he's targeting, but that's a good sign. We caught, it's 85, 86 degrees, sun's out, and it was pretty hot on the boat. There you go. Denny's got a largemouth, top water, 90 degrees out, top sun, in the lily pads. So he brings that in, and I was like, that's cool, man. We got it on top water bait, 80 degree water almost 80 degree water temperature, 89 degree water temperature, 80, 85, something like that water temperature. So the water was pretty warm. To catch a largemouth on top water like that in lily pads was pretty cool. So a lot of places that I couldn't get to with my boat, there's so much water now I can actually get a little bit further back. And let me tell you, man, we were chucking that bait. We were chucking it as far as we could get it back there. Any open water, any lily pads, anything, we were chucking it as far as we could back there. And we just were not getting any hits. We just keep fishing, we keep plugging along, and we keep plugging along, we keep plugging along, and still ain't catching up, getting hung up, and you know, and eventually, bam, Sam hooks up with another one. And it was like, wah, wah, wah. I'm like, what? I pull them in, and I was like, man, they're not flighting. What is I mean, I was actually disappointed, very disappointed, but it doesn't matter. We got another one in the boat. He's going in the cooler, and he's going home. Actually, all being said, we had a great night. We ended up coming back. I think it was about 7 o'clock, and I think we're going to do it again. He does a little bit. He lives kind of far away from me, but I'm going to take him up on his offer because he tells me he's going to take me shark fishing. He said he ain't kept grabbing a rod, and there's a tournament in Ocean City coming in October. I think me and him are going to head down there. It's a 2-day tournament. I think it's Saturday and Sunday. It's an inshore tournament in the Back Bay for flounder. I mean, I think anything you can catch. And I think me and him are going to hook up and do that. I'm going to try to, you know, work out our schedules out, and hopefully that'll work out. And that won't be until October when it cools off a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you have a comment, just go ahead and leave a comment and share the video. Share and let somebody else see it. And other than that, man, everybody in Maryland, make sure you get outside. I'll talk to you later. All right, fish ball.